Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. Hope you're alright, 'cause it's time to still keep talking about post-Christmas 2026. I hope you've been enjoying all the videos so far, because this probably will be the lost progress video. The next one, probably around the weekend, that'll be the results video. How many skins have I sold since November? How much funds have we raised since November? Well, we'll be looking into it. We'll find that out, don't you worry. But of course, with the last video, I want to just quickly bring this up. I thought everything was still holding up perfectly fine. But one thing I should have pointed out, it was the weekend. People had time off, people, kids weren't in school. Lots of people were playing Rust. So lots of people there, still buying skins, looking pretty sweet. Can I say the same right now? Well, no, of course, it's Tuesday. There you go. January 13, 2026. And, well, I'm starting to question, have we kind of reached the point where it's starting to go down now? Are we in, like, the final push? Now, it might not just be all the skins. I could talk about that, like, in regards to myself, metaphorically. My final push to try and get all these sales in whilst I still can. I'm not expecting any prices to drop off dramatically at any point, but inevitably, we've said this many times already, we expect a lot of prices to drop down and go through bad times again around March and April time. And little bit, little by little, bit by bit, day by day, we're getting closer and closer to that, aren't we? So, yes, are we now in the final push? Let's discuss that. First of all, just want to quickly say thank you to all the people that offered your opinions and your thoughts in regards to the boxes DLC. Oh, we're having a bit of a panic about that, aren't we? Yes, we are. It's getting a bit questionable. But let's just quickly hop out of here. Yesterday, we saw a peak player count of 148,000. However, that was a Monday. At the moment, we're getting pretty close to peaking again. I believe we'll peak within the next 2 hours or so. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, 140,000 on a Tuesday. I'm not going to complain about that. That's totally fine. So, all right. Average player count so far, still holding up quite nicely. And of course, over the course of this weekend, when a lot more people turn up, that'll, rise up again. So, cool. Are we going to see just as many or potentially even more people turn up for February? What do you reckon? With the naval update literally just around the corner, as they sit here and still, keep talking about it and whatnot. Oh, we'll see. Now, again, boxes DLC or artist pack DLC. Are we going to see you for February Force White? Still don't know. I kind of lean more towards artist pack with all the things that are being mentioned and whatnot. But then again, they still have to work on this and make sure it's fully complete. But then again, they're probably putting so much effort into this because they needed to have it ready for February. We'll see, all right? So, looking forward to either one, but I kind of really want to find out what that box's DLC is. Like, I've got to point out, I'm still listing, like, storages from storage collections. So, yeah, I'm hoping, let me just show the sales history. So, if I could just actually show sold listings as well. There you go. Let's get a look at all of this. I'll just take my word for it. I have been listing my storage collection skins, and I kind of hope the boxes DLC is actually large boxes, because I'd be quite upset if we find out it's actually small boxes and then suddenly all the prices of the storage collections go up. Well, I saw that there was a risk and I tried to work around that. So it is what it is. Anyway, I've been putting an effort in to get some sales in. Let's now talk about, well, what's my current progress? So let's just get a quick look at the front page of the Rusty market. Looking pretty sweet. And now, of course, let's show you how much funds I have on all of my accounts. That's not up to date. Let's show you a more up to date thing. Ta-da! There you go. So I've actually been keeping track of things that I've been buying. Yes, I bought even more things. We'll talk about that in a second. Like, take a look at my main account as you'll see over here. Literally a week ago, 1,314, and right now, 1,319. What happened, Hedge? You've sold hardly anything. Ah, shut up. I have been selling a lot. I've also bought quite a lot as well, though. So, you know what? I could go ahead and specifically show that. Let's just get that sorted. So, with Steam Inventory Helper, my extension that lets me see this, I'll just remove all the things I've sold, and now I only see the things that I've bought. So as you'll see here, I bought a hellish M4 minimal wear. I'm diversifying my investments, and I'm spreading around like where all my profits go. So yep, I've got some Ops Revolvers. I've even bought myself an M4 Fade Factory New. That's also got a pretty good percentage, if you know what I'm talking about. So that's pretty sweet. So yep, I've decided to push some funds over into Counter-Strike. I've also tried to look around and identify some interesting things from Rust itself. And let me tell you, this specific Rust store is looking pretty sweet. Like a very interesting looking Rust store to consider investing into. Abnormal Barders tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Oh my, you've already done 42,000 subscribers. Well, that'd be an interesting, questionable thing to discuss tomorrow. But of course, you know, that's for tomorrow. So hopping back over to here. Yep, I've been diversifying where I invest into. And yeah, I've been picking up some quite valuable things. And that's the reason why my account looks as if it's just basically stayed the same. Oh, there you go. There's a couple more sales that have just occurred. So let's just update this. Ta-da! There you are. Perfect. Now, of course, with the previous video, just a few days ago, I was talking specifically about this account right here. It had £871 in it, and literally a week ago, it only had £81 in it. Well, I can confirm to you, it's been progressing quite nicely. I can't refresh the page. I have the requests issue, so I can't play around with that. But what I can do is show the market history, and oh, there you go. Oh, there you are, perfect. Yeah, there you go. You can see I've listed some graffiti storage skins from the graffiti storage collection, because again, I'm kind of expecting that the boxes DLC will be large boxes. And if we find out that is the case, I wouldn't be surprised if these storage collection skins go even cheaper. At some point in the future, maybe they'll recover. I would like to see it happen. But yeah, you can see I am putting an effort in. I see that there's a risk. I'll grab the profit whilst I still can. This is now reaching close to, you know, maximum funds on my account. It's still got a whole bunch of skins being listed there. That's all good. Let's hope they all sell. And, well, all the skins in this account, I can confirm to you, are basically traded over to the next account I'm focusing. So let's go ahead and showcase just that, because over to here, ta-da, there you are. I traded over all these other skins. Now, these are just like the skins I picked out quite some time back that I wanted to put an effort in to try and sell. You might notice there's some Christmas skins there. I'll still hold on to them for next Christmas. But another variety of like various other skins I want to put an effort in to try and get some sales on. Well, they've been listed, and here's hoping that these do manage to sell. Refresh, are we good? And, oh, there you go. Another sales just happened right there. And some pending funds. Cool, cool, cool. So here's hoping we can get some sales in with all these skins. And it might get to the point where I might need to, you know, send over some more skins from my main account over to here and try and see if I can sell them. So just a good few days ago, this only had £474 in it. If you were to look here and look at the pending as well, I can confirm to you, we're looking at about 618. Lovely. So all my accounts, they're getting very close now to getting all set at 4 digits, which I'm very happy about. But within the next few days, because of course I want to do the results over the course of this upcoming weekend, I want to try and see if I can max out all of my accounts here by the time we get to that. I feel like that, I'm pretty sure it's unlikely. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying my best, but I'm also buying a bunch of things. So I'm not... I'm making it hard for myself. But again, you know, I'm getting those sales in. I'm seeing the profits. I want to diversify my investments and whatnot. I'm not going to complain. But honestly, the amount of things I bought, with the amount of skins I've sold, I think I've had a pretty good post-Christmas this year. What about you, though? Like, have you put a decent effort in? Have you been getting those sales in? Feel free to comment below. But, yeah, I've been trying my best. But with all these sales that I've been trying to do, and, you know, I have successfully done as well, I've noticed that certain skins appear as if they've probably already reached their peak. Now, I'm not going to be upset with that. You know, if they're still fairly close to the prices that they're highest at, like, I'm still good. I want to sell now because, of course, I'm under the impression, and I've seen it happen many times in the past, around March and April time, we'll see another like new low point for these skins. The prices are expected to drop off. Kids will be focused in school. People will be focused in work. And, you know, around Easter time, we tend to see quite the drop off. But then after that, as we get closer and closer to the summertime, we see prices rise up ever so nicely all over again. So, all right, cool. Got to be aware of that. I hope you put an effort in. Did anybody here take the plunge where you looked at your skins and you thought, you know what, I'll sell them now, wait a bit, and I'll try and see if I can pick it up from, you know, pick my skins up for a much cheaper price around March and April time, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So, not too bad from what I see here. Let's see if all that sells. Fingers crossed. You also might notice, why is this highlighted red? That Steam Inventory Helper, the Chrome extension that I have, it's indicating to me that people have listed below me. Now, every few hours, I would actually just click this over to here, overpriced. It'll highlight that, and I'll remove these listings, and I'll relist them. I don't do it like every hour. I like to leave it for a bit, because of course, you know, the lowest listing might get bought, and then people still want to buy some more, and they buy mine. So I like to leave it for a bit. Leave it for a good few hours, come back, and if it's still like pretty like low, or if it's still like out of it, you know, I'll remove them then and I'll redo it. That keeps me nice and fresh, and it keeps things working perfectly fine. So, all right, cool. So let's now talk about, are things still holding up A-OK, or are we noticing some problems? First of all, I'd just like to point out, as you'll see over to here, this is the inventory leaderboard on SEMM.app. And I can't confirm, it's sitting here saying that my account has all of these funds. Look at that inventory value. So you might recall back in November it said I had about like 78,000. Now it's sitting there, it says, oh, okay, well that didn't work. Now it's sitting there and saying it's got 97,000. Although a few days ago it was close to 98. And chances are, perhaps literally just around like the very beginning of the year, it probably was close to 100,000. Cool. I do wonder how many sales I've made, and I do wonder, what the profits look like. But just want to indicate that this weekend I'm going to be doing the results video, so you'll find that out right around then. Cool. I should also point out, I know someone did mention this, Rust Help also has an inventory like showcase here, leaderboard. I don't think it updates though, because that's been stuck at 85,000 for quite some time now. So I just want to point out to the guy that kept referencing it, I see it, I know, but I don't think it updates. So anyway, let's now switch over to here. So looking back at the Rust store, I got to sit here and say I think I will be buying some skins from here. Like there's some very interesting skins, such as the Reptile Hunter tactical gloves. Not selling too ridiculously, only makes it look a whole lot more appetizing. Cheap Metadobador look probably be a very nice reliable option for the future. Volcanic rug, a very interesting glow-in-the-dark design. Glow-in-the-dark rugs are appreciated, so alright. And then we question, has my garage door, will you hold up, or will your sales be a little bit too ridiculous? Will we see tons of you on the Steam market? That's a discussion for the abnormal barders tomorrow. Let's now talk about the skins we see right here. So, Whitout Kilt. I accidentally bought one on my isolated account, but hey, it's actually doing very good at the moment, $28. And as you'll see over to here, it does look as if it is kind of like starting to stagnate and slowly go down in price. You'll see that right here. So we dropped down pretty badly around October time. We rise back up and reach a brand new all-time high peak price, literally like at the very end of the year, at the very beginning of this year. You might notice it is sloping downward. So let's just like get more specifically like at this point here today. So that's quite literally like New Year's Eve. And yeah, peaks there, and it's been slowly trending downward since then. And of course, as we get closer and closer to March and April time, we expect the prices to drop down like this. So it goes down, then goes back up again, summertime. So the pattern of behavior you see here, you should expect it to happen all over again. So all right, cool. And if you need some help visualizing that, I'll show it to you over to here. Look at this. So this is post-Christmas 2025, and it goes down. And it slowly goes up, and it's the summertime. Oh, there you go, lovely. So that one's a bit awkward, but you can still see high point here, low point here, high point here. So yeah, cool. Understood. Whiteout's a nice visualizer in regards to noticing when prices peak and whatnot. Cool. Will we ever see anything that competes with you? I doubt it. Comics Hoodie, sitting here at $16. And let's just look at your sales price, and you might notice, hang on a minute, that still looks like it's trending upwards. And, well, in this particular instance, yes, it does. It still looks like it's trending upwards, or at the very least, just basically staying somewhat stagnant. Not really going down in price, not really going up in price, but it's still a very lovely price, especially compared to where it was. So in this particular instance, whilst it doesn't look like it's going up anymore, it's still maintaining that price. So this is another thing. It doesn't necessarily mean like, oh no, we missed out. No, you should still look at all these skins and realise, you know what, they're still holding up quite nicely. You don't have to rush to get these sales, and if you don't want to, or, if you missed out, you didn't really necessarily miss out either. You can still sell your skins. Yeah, it might not be for the absolute highest price, but it's still a much better price compared to what we're expecting around March and April time, if that makes sense. So am I still going to be, rushing? Is it time for me to make like that final push? Well, I don't think so. I think I'm still fine. I will still try and get those sales in, and I'm very curious to see how things are around, of course, February Force Wipe with the naval update. But in this particular instance, it still looked like it's holding up very nicely. And again, compared to where it was, it's doing phenomenal. So if you want to sell your comics hoodies right now, don't blame you. Keep an eye on it. Looking pretty sweet. Commando AK47. I did own a bunch of these. I did. It wasn't doing super great for quite some time. And then, well, look what happened. So, yeah. Drops down to a pretty cheap price of about $1.30, $1.40. And, well, it went up real high. But based on what I've seen as of recent, it is looking like it's starting to trend downwards now. So, yep, it was reaching a very nice high point of about $2.20, $2.30. It might be wrong there. Feel free to correct me if you know. But, yep, it's been doing fine. It was trending upwards. But now it's just kind of sitting there. I'm trying to get some sales in, but other people are undercutting me. Doesn't necessarily mean the actual overall price is going down. It's just like other people trying to sell as well. So, is it like doomed? No, it's still doing phenomenal. It's still doing great. I can't complain with what I see here. But it does look like we're starting to notice like it's getting troubling trying to get some sales in. And only 6 have sold in the past 24 hours. There's another thing. Chances are people have already bought the skin because they already bought it because they needed it. So where's the new customers? Well, kids are back to school. People focusing work. Perhaps those new customers are come and gone. So, yeah. You can try and sell if you can, but if there's no customers, can the price still go up? Yeah, it might be a bit of a problem. So, and this is half the reason why prices inevitably go back down again. If that makes sense to you. Black Diamond Hoodie. I've tried to get some sales in, with this over the past few weeks, and honestly, still doing good. Again, still basically its all-time high price. And yeah, no, that doesn't look like it's struggling. Like you can see it peaks here, goes down a bit here. Now it's trending back upwards again. So certain skins, they're still holding up. They're still looking pretty good. And honestly, the majority of skins are like this as well. So if you feel like you've missed out, no, you're still looking good. There's no need to rush or panic. Although, you probably do want to get your sales in whilst you still can. Abyss Face Mask. I honestly felt like both this and the chest plate have already peaked. But let's just get a quick look and, oh, no, hang on a minute. It's still trending upwards. It's still doing good. Look at that. Look at that climb. Sorry about this, my throat. So yeah, that's fine. That's looking good. It doesn't look like it's stopping. That's honestly looking quite all right. But if you look at this particular instance, it looks like, oh no, a few sales have gone down a bit and whatnot. But no, it's fine. That's still holding up quite nicely. And based on what I see here, only 24 listings. So no wonder that rose up so quickly, so easily. But with the chest plate, well, 74 listings, there's a lot more of them, and that's probably why I feel like it's harder to get some sales in over to here. And if I could just look at your sales history, yes, it's also trended upwards nicely. Not as high as the face mask, but it's still trending. So yeah, do you notice all of this? Do you notice how it's starting to drop off a little bit? Is this beginning, is it the beginning of where it goes down, 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 down? Or is it just a little bit and it goes up still? We'll see how that goes. But this was doing pretty good. It honestly does feel like this has gone down a fair bit though. So yeah, I do believe this has already peaked, and you'll see the price is there. Ta-da! And it goes down. Oh. So still trending upwards. Maybe it might reach up to that point again. We shall see, but I doubt it. I feel like it's going to start to stagnate soon, and then eventually it'll start going down. Again, maybe the February force wipe keeps the momentum. I'd like to see it happen. I'm just being truthful here. I'm not expecting it in this particular instance. Right, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, what skins have you done a pretty good job of in terms of selling throughout these past few weeks? I've sold quite a lot of revolvers, like Black Ops Revolver. Let me show this off. I had about 200 of these because I bought them. You might not fully remember, but I did buy a whole bunch of these when they first appeared. So there you go, Black Ops Revolver, 143 listings. Oh my, that's a lot. But it still rose up in price quite nicely. So let's go ahead and showcase that to you right now. So ta-da and ta-da. So it went all the way up in price around November, and I'm not sure why. But it still dips, as you'll notice, and then since then it's been rising, 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 but it also still looks as if it's kind of stagnating as well. It kind of looks like it wants to go down from here and now. And of course, if I could just show you the sales history. Oh no, this was a fairly recent skin. So this actually came out, yeah, quite literally around Easter time last year. So I can't really show a long time span. Oh no. Oh well, but you can still see it's still holding up. But if you wanted to get some sales in, now would probably be the time. So it might be a bit of a final push for that. And eventually it'll dip down again. But when times are good again, it'll go up again. But it does have quite the competition. What with the recent Olympus Revolver and of course the Heatseeker Revolver. That was honestly a very good pickup early last year. Little did we know what was about to appear afterwards. But yeah, that's been nice and profitable. Bought a few of these, flipped them, can't complain. It was a 50% up profit. Are you going to be upset with that? So if you bought, congratulations. And if you didn't, Right, so let's just close all of these. As I said, quite a lot of the skins you see here, long term, they probably will be quite alright. HellCore SAR, I've definitely got my eye on it. But I also question, what's the possibility that we see a lot more SARs with transparent aim sights like this? Well, we saw Heatseeker SAR last year. It was fairly early sort of last year. It was like May time, wasn't it? Well, you know, about half a year later, a bit longer than that, we finally see another skin like so. Maybe we've got a good half a year until we see another one. We'll see. But don't forget, Twitch drops, kick drops. Would you be surprised if a kick SAR with the same amount of transparency? Not sure when Twitch drops and kick drops are happening again, but keep an eye out. I'm sure we'll be told fairly soon. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, that is probably one of the most appealing skins that you see in this whole Rust store. I mean, it's kind of between this and this. But I have seen like a collection continuation appear over this past weekend, so only making it look ever so sweeter. Oh, yes. So, if you're struggling looking for things to consider buying just so you can continue selling, this Rust store here is looking pretty sweet. You could go watch my Rust rotation video, my predictions video, my 48-hour analysis video. Honestly, there's like a good 5 things here to consider buying. So perfect time in regards to that. And even after then, you should still be able to sell your skins. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But do be aware, the demand for skins, it does appear to have dropped off. But the prices are still holding up. So inevitably, they will eventually go down. So, cool. So, if anything, I honestly believe it's just demand for skins has just dropped off. Unfortunately, that means a lot of skins won't be rising up that much longer. We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, look at Pirate Facemask, for example. Are you still pushing upwards? Or have you started to slow down? Well, it kind of looks like you have started to slow down. Went up. And, well, are you starting to rise up again? Will it actually last? Or will you slowly start to go down again? Look at post-Christmas last year, for example. So that's the summertime. Wow, you really weren't... Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that. So, peaks, drops, reaches a low point around April time, rises up for June. Then we had that weird June dip, but then around August time, look at that. That rose up very, very nicely. So, yeah, from here, down to here, up to here, down to here, up to here. Yeah. So, we got to start looking forward to the summertime, basically. All right, so, yep, that's it. That's a wrap. Keep an eye out with these skins, especially these newer skins as well. Inevitably, it is expected even these will suffer as we go through March and April time. But inevitably, around the summertime for 2026, June, July, August, oh yeah, keep an eye out. You'll very likely see them rise up in price. Now, of course, discussing that will be like a main, that'll be for the abnormal barders tomorrow. Look in the description of this video. You'll see links to my socials, more specifically my Twitch. I'll be looking at all the skins. I'll be figuring out prices, and we'll be racing to put those barders down. So, cool. As time goes on, we'll see how this turns out, Is the February 4 Swipe Special DLC going to be the Artist Pack DLC? Or is it going to be the Boxes DLC? Is the Boxes DLC going to be large boxes or small boxes? Still waiting. I'm still getting those sales in. Let's just quickly show like all the other accounts. So here, there's this account. Have we got some more purchases? Yes, I have. I am being dumped on with these gift wrapped wallpapers and whatnot. I'm starting to question if that's actually a good thing. I mean, you've got to wait till next year's Christmas, Hedge. I know. I'm also picking up a bunch of those carvable pumpkins. I know by default, they always rise back up in price around every Halloween. It honestly looked like it's a perfectly fine thing to consider. Let's also look at this account over to here. So, yep, this is one of the accounts that I've been doing barders on for the past several weeks. And all the barders I've been doing are starting to catch up with me. There you go. Porcelain Sheet Method Overdoer. I honestly thought that'd take more time for me to, actually grab one of these. But no, it's happened in January, post-Christmas time. So that's kind of making me question that. So, yeah, just a lot of barders with the small boxes because, of course, we haven't seen a small prop skin in quite a long time. But that also kind of makes me assume that potentially it's because we're going to get a small box collection made by Face Punch themselves. The Boxes DLC, so, all right, cool. We'll see how that turns out. Over to here. So, yep, this is the newest account that I'm focusing on. Did we sell anything? Yes, we did. A bit more money has appeared. And, of course, over to here, the main account. Still got plenty more skins to try and sell. I might have to start trading some of them over to the new account. And then the account I'm focusing. And then we'll see if we can get the sales on. Not going to touch my new account, my isolated account. Can't do anything with that. It accidentally bought the Whitout Kilt. That was me, I know. I had to write in the details. When you do a barter and it says, what's your address? I focused the address and I didn't look at the price I was offering. Damn. So it's not the end of the world. I've got a Whitout Kilt. Oh no, where was me? Maybe around the summertime it'll rise up to an even higher price. Fingers crossed. Now, some of the skins here you might notice, I haven't bothered to sell them. I'm like, in certain instances, you know what? I'm better off holding on to them for a little bit longer. Look, for example, the Nest hat. I am better off waiting until Easter time 2026 to sell this, because it very likely will rise up in anticipation to Easter and during Easter. When this returns to the Rust store, it does rise up. So, alright, cool. Same would apply to the bunny hat. You know what? Next month, Lunar New Year 2026, the year of the horse. Will we actually see Sky Lantern being brought back? Or maybe it doesn't. And that'll be, what, like 4 years in a row without the Sky Lantern returning? Well, that might be pretty sweet. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, in other instances, I'm just like, oh, I'll just only sell like a small batch of these skins. I'll take my time. I'll see if I can actually manage to sell them. So honestly, right now, I do need to look at these skins again. I do need to consider listing them by, on the other accounts. So yeah, just got to spend the next few days trying to see if I can max this out as well. And then, of course, I can try my best to try and max out this account over to here. Fingers crossed. Right, cool. So that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. Consider watching some of my other videos over to here, such as the brand new Skinnables vote. Yes. Ace Puncher apparently asking us, what vehicle skins could we potentially see in upcoming special updates or in, DLCs and whatnot? Consider voting for what you'd like to see happen first. What would you personally prioritize? Give that a good watch. And well, thank you very much for watching this. Catch you later. See you and goodbye.